Hello, good morning, everyone. Uh, I'm just recording the class for you. Okay, anyway, I have not sent a link. I don't know whether you would be free to attend to the class. So I'm just recording the class, and please do listen to it and write them in your copy. I'll be sending you the notes also. It is compulsory. Okay, so today the portion what I'm going to teach you is invitation. We extend invitations to our friends, relatives, neighbors, and members of the public when we wanted to invite them to some occasions. Okay, maybe like engagement, marriages, or birthday celebrations, or maybe inaugurating a shop or mall, or maybe the annual functions of the school. So we send invitations to them. The invitations, they are two types. They are formal and informal invitation. Okay, formal invitations we send to the people around as well as to the dignitaries. Formal invitations, they are mostly in the form of card. Sometimes, at times, when we are going to invite the dignitaries, we can write letter. So if we write formal invitation letter, then we can add a little more details, a personal touch we can give in that. Okay, so we write, and it's good to attach the invitation card also, that printed. Okay, now what I wanted to tell, that I told you invitations are two types, formal and informal. So here let's know about the formal invitations. It has a set of traditional format, language and style, and are sent in the form of a printed card. Okay, when we have to invite someone, we have a set of form to type to make an invitation card, and they are in a printed form. Okay, the tone is impersonal but courteous. We should be courteous when we send an invitation in the form of a card, but it is impersonal, highly impersonal, but it is courteous. Okay, means we have to be polite and gentle in our writing. Okay, now it needs to be precise and short. There isn't any scope of writing so many poetic language or anything. Sometimes people write there some verses taken from the scriptures, means of some Bible or Gita or any other scripture, holy books. Okay, otherwise no other poetic language can be used. It is precise, means it's short. Okay, it's short, and maximum minimum words are used in the invitation card. Okay, so sometimes the verses that we use, it I told you already, that is in the from the scriptures, or maybe from some well-known authors books or something like that. And we don't write the abbreviations, the contractions or shortened form. We don't write except the standard abbreviation we write, maybe for dates or time, something like that. Okay, now the rest is very important for you, the tips for writing a formal invitation. This is very important. There are 12 points for you, and be careful, otherwise you would make mistakes. If any one of the points that if you are not following when while you write the invitation, it will be wrong, your marks will be cut. So be careful. Okay, then we have to choose a simple card which is not that showy. Okay, a simple but beautiful card we can select, but it should not be too showy to show our wealth, pomp and show, that we don't have to. Okay, then it is written in third person. A formal invitation card is written in third person. Sometimes when we are inviting to the person, the invitee we are addressing, there we can use sometimes you and your. No, the third person is used. The third person pronoun is used, they and their. And to the invitee, to say that you are invited, there we may use you and your. No, I, we, our, us. First person pronoun never used in the invitation cards. Okay, we just remember that we don't use the first person pronoun in the invitation card. The third person pronoun is used. Okay, then the host write their names. The host write their names as if they were someone else. Means host means the one who conducts the function. Okay, they are no one, no relation like that we would feel. Okay, then when the guest names are included in the card, if we are including the guest name, otherwise have the pleasure of inviting you. बहुत लोगों के लिए एक कॉमन कार्ड है तो pleasure of having you or inviting you we write. Okay, or your benign presence, esteemed presence we write. Okay, otherwise have the pleasure of the your means of Mr. so and so, like that we write. And you or your, again, and when we mention about the person, the inviter whom we invite. Okay, so the host write their names as if they were someone else. And when the guest names are included in the card, the pronouns used to refer them will be so they or their, and otherwise you and your. Okay, if we are including any guest name there, we can refer the pronouns we use to refer them is they or their and you and your. A first person pronoun never used. Okay, do not use contracted forms, short forms don't use. Okay, but standard abbreviation for dates, time, titles, etc. can be used. Okay, contract forms are not used, but abbreviations are used to write the time or date or titles. Okay, then write subject matter in the sender setting style. Means it should be in the sender. एक कोने से नहीं या एक कोने में नहीं, in the center it should be writing. Mean what we write, the subject matter. Our other details like address, RSVP, dress code, etc. If other details, anything you are including in the card, they can be either the left side or the right side at the bottom. I mean, according to our uh, comfort. Means as we feel at us as good we write, but anyway not on the center or in between we don't write. Okay, means the center matter, the main matter that you have to write, it should be centralized in the center, and others either in the left or in the right we can write. Okay, when I send you the example you will know it. Okay, then the full name of the host and the guest with the appropriate title written. When we are, if we are writing, have the honor of Mr. Sohan Lal, AMLA. If Sohan Lal is an MLA, yes, or the collector of Kathua district, or so whatever, means who the person is, his titles, that is what, that's what it is meant. Okay, we have to mention. Okay, when we are writing the name of the guest, clear. Then write the name of the host and the guest with appropriate title. Now the host, who is the host? You. And you also have to write, if you have some titles, additional titles you have to write. Okay, give exact details and correct format of the date, time and place of the event. When we are writing a wedding, printing a wedding card or sending a card or invitation, there should be it should be exact, correct. Okay, the place, the time and the date, it should be correct. Otherwise why, when the guest come, function is not there, then it is a dishonor for them. Means you are teasing them, so that should not be. So we have to write the exact date, time and place. Is it clear to you? Okay, then include a name and a contact number or email for RSVP. RSVP is to get reply. Okay, so if we are writing RSVP, then we have to write their name, contact number or email address, it should be written. And mention any special instructions. If we have anything special to speak, no gifts please, no regret please, or this card admits only 2 people, something instructions, or dress code, if you have to write, that should be written. Mention any special instruction or request like no regrets please, or dress code, or no gifts please, strictly no gifts, or no gifts please, and this card admits only 2 people, something like that. Okay, we have to mention. Where we would mention? Maybe at the bottom of the card, at the down part. Then address of the center and the recipient should be exact and correct on the envelope. We are writing, to whom we are writing, the address should be correct, and ours also should be correct. Why? Because when we are posting it, it should reach the person correctly, otherwise it should come back. Okay, and if you wanted to send address the card to someone else, and if you are writing some other address whom you wanted to send, they will not accept the invitation card, and that is a defame. Okay, so means you don't know the person, and you are making fun. So that should not be. We should know the exact address of the person whom we are sending, and our address also should be written. Why? Because in the name that yours may be having for many people, and so address also, and so we have to write our exact address. Okay, then an appropriate convention for name should be followed. Means appropriate convention here meaning, according to Indian tradition, we write women, the wife's name first, Mrs. Kanda Singh and Mr. Mohanlal Singh. Okay, we write like that. According to the Indian tradition, when we are writing an invitation card, or means Mrs. and Mr., like that. Okay, first the woman's name, and then the man's name, wife, and then husband. Okay, then according to the Western culture, it is husband's name is written first, and then the wife's, and there it is only the Mrs. is written. Her name won't be there, the first name won't be there, and the surname will be there. See how it is? Maybe Mr. and Mrs. Mohanlal Singh. So here her surname is Singh. इतना ही होगा, Mrs. Singh. इतना है, Mr. and Mrs. Singh. Okay, so it is according to our wish. We can choose anything, either the Western culture means Western culture of following, or the Indian traditional following. Okay, whatever we feel like, we can choose. Now, write a formal letter. When we are inviting a guest, I already told you, a guest to be to host the function, what we have to do? We have to write a formal letter. Okay, if he's a dignitary, we are inviting him to be a judge, or a guest of honor, or a guest to our function, we have to write a personal letter. That is formal, but a personal touch is there in the letter, including all the details. But when we are writing a personal letter here, the pronouns I or we or he, whatever, the first, second person or third person pronoun, there is no any barrier when we are writing a formal letter. Okay, we can add a little more details and write, giving a personal touch, we can write a letter, as well as we can add a printed card also. Okay, also can include a personalized printed card when we are going to invite some dignitaries. Okay, and invitation cards, it should be in a box. It can be maybe in the border, you can decorate. If it is a invitation card of a wedding, maybe flowers, or a man and woman standing like that, and always small pictures we add, no? So like that we can add, but we don't have, we will may not have that much of time. But what is most important is the matter that you write. Is it clear? Not the picture or the decoration, but what you have to write in the card, that is most important. For example, formal invitation, I'll send you, but I just make you understand. Here one wedding card invitation, Mr. and Mrs. SS Bajaj. I made a name. Okay, request to the pleasure of Mr. Sudhir Karan's company. यहाँ नाम लिखा है, नाम नहीं लिखा है, तो request your pleasure or the company, your company request the pleasure of your presence or request your company in the marriage of their daughter. किसका daughter है? Mrs. मिस्टर एंड मिसेस एस एस बजाज, बट यहाँ लिखेंगी देयर डॉटर, ये नहीं लिखेंगी आवर डॉटर. ओके, देयर डॉटर गुरबीन टू गुरप्रीत. कौन है शादी करने वाला? कौन है? गुरप्रीत. एंड देन डाउन यू हैव टू राइट इन द ब्रैकेट सन ऑफ मिस्टर एंड मिसेस कुलदीप सिंह. Hiranagar, you write the place Hiranagar or Kathua or Chadwal, wherever you feel like writing. But anyway, in the board examination, don't write your place or anything. Write something somewhere else name, some other names. Okay, at the community hall here in Hiranagar on Sunday, 5th December 2021 at 10 a.m. And afterwards the reception is followed, like that we can write, or reception, since it is in here in the community hall itself, wedding and reception we can write, and afterwards the reception, that much enough. Or if feel like writing at our residence, reception or kahin hai to that address you, that place you write, or if mera apne ghar mein hai to we write and afterwards the reception at our residence. Kahan par hai residence? For that you have to give address. Now RSVP, आपका एड्रेस देना है, सिविल लाइंस हीरानगर, एंड फोन नंबर. And then best compliments, the other side we write friends and relatives. Oh, chachu chachi, dadu dadi, फिर क्या है, चिक्कू चिक्कू, whatever the names and all you write, and that is complete. The invitation card is complete. Is it clear to you? Yeah. Then and one more invitation card, that is for birthday. Okay, for birthday on the top we can write, maybe make a small cake or maybe a small baby sitting. If agar nahi hai to bhi kuch nahi hota hai. Okay, then who would be the child's father? Okay, the birthday would be invited by the child's parents, Mr. and Mrs. ML Tokyo. Request to the pleasure of your benign presence on the auspicious occasion of the birthday party of their son Chinmay on 17th December 2021 at 8 p.m. at Hotel Imperial. The then address, okay, that Hotel Imperial Damar Katua or the Katua Market Damar or kuch वहां पर भी हो. Then RSVP, you write your the address where they have to, where you have, you are means RSVP means आपका address and आपका phone number you have to write. Here I have written 31 Crescent Road, Katua. Phone number I have written just. So that's all the invitation, formal invitation. I hope you understood.